Hello, everybody. Looks like the gauge says it's empty. Let's take a walk into the kitchen and see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today, looky here. We got us another Treehouse Brewing beer. This was sent to me by Anthony. Uh, I cannot get these beers here, guys. They are highly, super highly sought after beers. Uh, and these guys are out of Monson, Massachusetts. And everything they make has been delicious that I have tried. I really appreciate my subscribers up in that area that are able to get their hands on these beers, sending them down to me so I can try them. And they have all been outstanding, guys. I don't think these guys make a bad beer. They are they are on the same sought after list as the Heady Topper and the Pliny and the Zombie Dust and the Hop Slam, all of that. So, fairly small brewery that's doing some outstanding work, guys. They don't spend a lot of money. It's just a plain silver can with this stuck on label on there. But they're concentrating on what's going inside the can to be the most important part, instead of spending a lot of money on graphics on the can. Now, the label is rather nice. It's got a deep blue or a purple label here with some graphics on it. This is called Alter Ego. It is an American IPA. Alcohol is 6.8% by volume. And on the bottom, even though they're a small brewery, they are dating their stuff. It says keep cold. And this was canned on 02/17 of 16. Drink me now is what it says on the bottom of it. And here's what you want to do with all your IPAs, guys. You want to drink them as fresh as you can get them. And the canned on date, bottled on date is always going to be better than an enjoy by date or best by date. That is only for the brewer's purposes. It's not for us. And from my understanding on a lot of the beers that I've bought over the last couple of months, especially since the first of the year, that a lot of these breweries, even on their IPAs, just found this out about Victory and some of the other ones, they're giving it a monsterly long shelf life. Picked up some Loose Cannon, which is one of my favorites, and they have an enjoy by date on it or a best by date on it. And looking at the code on top of it, which is a Julian code, the beers are done. They're giving them a 6 or 7 month shelf life on an IPA. That's not gonna fly. I'm gonna stop buying, as it may come to a point that I can't find any new beers that have a bottle or a canned on date that's reasonable. Something that's within 3 months of when it was put in the container. Like I said, these enjoy by, except for Stone, their enjoy by series has a 37-day life. That's what they want, and that's great. That's super. And some of them are even doing on some of the bigger beers when it was put in the bottle or the can, and when you should know it'll have 2 dates, and that's great information. But you know when it was put in the package and when they want you to have it by. So if they're going to start doing this Best Buy or Enjoy Buy, they need to put the canned on and bottle date on there for us consumers, so we'll know. If you see, like I did, I picked up some Loose Cannon, and it said enjoyed by May of 2016, and you're thinking, well, surely they're not giving us more than a three-month shelf life. And you say, well, I picked it up in February, March, April, May. It's 3 months old. But if you start looking at the other code, or if you know exactly when they did their beer, you kind of find out it's a 6 or a 7th-month shelf life. So the beer is just not going to be as tasty after 4, 5, 6, even 7 months. It's going to be a lot more maltier, guys. So not a big fan of the enjoy by or best by date. That's not doing us as consumers any favors at all. So we need that canned on and bottle on date. All right, like I said, Anthony, thanks a bunch, brother, for sending me this. Not had a bad one from them. They've all been outstanding, and I don't expect this to be any different. So I'm really looking forward to this beer. This is an IPA, like I told you. 6.8%. I don't have the IBUs here or either site. Beer Advocate or Rate Beer doesn't have the IBUs listed, and it's not written on the can. It's an IPA, so I would think it's probably going to be in the 60s or 70s, if not a little bit more. Commercial description on this says, what we did here is it took a whole bunch of Mosaic and Amarillo hops, a classic punch of citrus purveying goodness, and added into the Julius dry hop. And the Julius beer is very, very tasty. And to me, the ones I've had and poured into the glass, they look like unfiltered beers, guys. You get a lot of that pulp and cloudiness in the beer. They're not clear beers, which adds a little more taste and flavor to it. The base beer is exactly the same, but the dry hop is altered tremendously. The result is a beer with all the deliciousness of the base, with a pungent additional layer of citrusy complexity. Soft, velvety hop juice, we call it. Devil's juice. Devil Julius, that's what I meant to say. A real treat. So, food pairing for this beer is going to be your typical IPAs. Cuisine. Let's see here. Cuisine, if I can get this thing to work. Cuisine is curried in Thai. The cheeses are your stronger cheeses, peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, glass price pint, black or non, tumbler mug, Sidell. I'm going to use my favorite glass today, and not recommended for extended cellaring. So this is a 16-ounce can, so you're getting your bang for the buck. It's not a little small 12-ounce can. So I applaud these guys for being a small brewery and producing outstanding beers and putting the canned on date on the bottom of the can, on each freaking can. That's the way it should be done. We'd like to see them do the IBUs on that little sticky label, but 2 out of 3 ain't too bad. I can smell it from here, guys. Wow, very citrusy on the nose from this far away. I'm not going to pour it all in there since it's a 16-ounce can. About, I don't know, about a finger and a half of head on that pour, and it is very cloudy. I cannot see the light through it. Very orange and tangerine in color, like most of your IPAs are. Looks in the thin part of the glass, it looks a lot like orange juice. And a lot of their beers do. They have a lot of pulp to them, almost like they've mixed it with orange juice. So, let's get a nose on this one. Oh, man. That's the aroma on their beers is just off the chain. It's outstanding, guys. Whoever the head brewer is there, he definitely knows what he is doing. Wow. Citrusy. Some pininess, some tropical fruit notes, orange, tangerines, mango. Oh man, what an aroma this beer has. Wow. It's like liquid sex, guys. It is. It is wonderful. That's off the chain. The aroma is just off the freaking chain. Wow. I wish I could get their beers here. And you guys up there near Monson, Massachusetts, got some lucky SMBs, as I like to say. These guys are doing an outstanding job on everything they release. If you can get your hands on anything that Treehouse does, you need to scarf up as many of them as they'll let you put in your buggy. Whoa, that's outstanding. Cheers. Cheers, Anthony. Thank you, my brother. I do appreciate it, sir. Wow. I am not disappointed. I knew I was not going to be. Citrusy. A little bit of dankness in there. The hops are just exploding out of this beer. Wow. How many times have I said wow since I started this video? That's incredible. That is incredible. That is so delicious, guys. Very fruity, citrusy, tropical fruit notes. Orange, tangerines, pine, grapefruit, mango. Wow. Well, before I sit here and say wow another 50 times, let me take it back and let her have a sip 2 or 3, and I know what she's going to do. As soon as I give it to her, she's going to go, "You don't want any more of this, do you?" I'm going to have to pry it out of her hands. So, wow, that's delicious. I'll be right back. I know where this is going. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on this probably about 45 minutes or so. The other half loved it. I had to pry it out of her hands. It's very delicious beer. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome, to be honest about it. Like I said, don't think there's anything these guys make at Treehouse is bad. They've all been outstanding beers, and this is no exception, guys. It's citrusy, it's got some dankness to it, it's piney, it's grapefruity, it's tangerine, it's orange, tropical fruit notes. Everything that a hophead would love. Wow. It's freaking awesome. Very easy drinking, no alcohol presence whatsoever. Damn well made beer. Other than having the IBUs on the can, they give us all the information we need. They're spending their money on what's inside the can instead of a lot of different high dollar graphics on the outside. And I can deal with that. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind a plain Jane silver can with a stick-on label on it. As long as what's inside the can is great and the date's on the bottom of the can on an IPA. The can don't date, bottle don't date, not an Enjoy Buy or a Best Buy date. Final chug. Awesome. Outstanding. World class. Highly sought after. Get your hands on it if you can. This is definitely a 10, guys. It's awesome. There's nothing I can say that I would change. My beers aren't quite to this caliber. I wish they were. This is awesome. This is definitely a top-notch beer, world class. 10 for me, 100. Over to Beer Advocate, and this doesn't come often from them, 100. And over to Great Beer, 100 overall. 100 in the style. It's unanimous, guys. 100 from everybody. Top notch. Get your hands on it if you possibly can. You won't be surprised or disappointed. It is outstanding. So, Anthony, thanks again, my brother, for sending me this. All of the Treehouse beers have been world class, outstanding, well made, top notch beers, guys. A great brewery in the Northeast, and there are a lot of great ones coming out of the woodwork up there. So, oh, you guys up there in New England, you got some top-notch stuff going on up there. I hope they continue to grow and expand, and where they can produce more beers and start sending them further south, maybe to Virginia. Yeah, I hope so. So, all right, guys, if you've had this one from Treehouse, this is their Alter Ego IPA. Let me know what you think. I loved it. I freaking loved it. It's awesome. Come on back tomorrow. Let's see if we can dig something out of the fridge. Don't think it's going to be quite this good, but we'll go see what we can dig up. See you then.